All right, guys, so today we are going to move on to section 3.8, and 3.8 is the substitution method. And again, I'm going to go ahead and highlight my title. And before we jump into doing some problems, I do want to start us off by writing out some steps that's going to help us when we get lost. So for our first step, we're going to pick the equation that says x is equal to, I'm going to put that in quotation marks, and it'll have some kind of equation, or y is equal to some kind of equation. After we've decided on which equation to choose, we're going to go ahead and do something called box and substitute. And once we do some examples, we'll see exactly what that means. Once we have done that, we're going to go ahead and move on, and we are going to solve for the variable. After we solve for the variable, our fourth step, we are going to go ahead and plug our answer into an equation. And then solve for the other letter. So if we decided to start with x, we're going to solve for y. If we decided to start with y, we're going to solve for x. So that's what it means by the other letter. And then lastly, we know that we've been dealing with solutions for a little while. We're going to always write our answer as a point. And if we forgot what a point is, we have the x value first and the y value second. So let's go ahead and do some examples. All right. Let's say we have the functions, for example, 1. Let's say we have 2 equations, and in our equations, we have y is equal to x plus 4, and y is equal to 2. Well, the first thing we're going to do is pick the equation that says x equals or y equals, but they both say y equals. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the second equation just because it's shorter. The second step says to box and substitute. What that means is if y is equal to 2 and y is equal to y, I can go ahead and substitute whatever this y value is for that first y value. So I'm going to go ahead and box what my y is equal to. In this case, it's 2. And I'm going to plug it in for the y value in my first equation. So we're going to box what it is we're going to plug in, and we're going to substitute that number. So now, instead of having y is equal to x plus 4, I'm going to have 2 is equal to x plus 4. And that's because we know that y is equal to 2. So I'm just taking this y value for 2 and plugging it into the first equation. Now that I have this simple equation, I can go ahead and simplify. So I'm going to go ahead and simplify so that I can get my x value by itself, because we already know what y is. So let's go ahead and do that. In order to get x by itself, I need to get rid of this 4. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract 4 from both sides. Once I subtract 4 from both sides, 2 minus 4 gives me negative 2. And that is equal to x. So now I have a y value and I have an x value. And our last step says to write our answer as the point xy. So my solution is x is equal to negative 2 and y is equal to 2. So my solution is negative 2, positive 2. Let's go ahead and see a second example. Example 2. We're going to do the same thing that we did in the first equation. So let's say this time we have the equation y is equal to x minus 6 and y is equal to 3x. Okay, well, let's go ahead and box and substitute. Well, I know that y is equal to 3x, so I'm going to go ahead and box that. And I'm going to go ahead and substitute that 3x for the first y value in my first equation. So when I go ahead and do that, once I substitute 3x for y, I'm left with 3x is equal to x minus 6. Now I can go ahead and simplify so that I can get x by itself. So all I did was took my 3x, plugged it in for my y value, ended up with 3x is equal to x minus 6. I'm going to start by subtracting my x from both sides because we only want one x. Once I do that, x minus x gives me 0. Just kind of similar to saying 1 minus 1 gives you 0. We can think about it in the same way. 3x minus x, well, if I have 3 trees and I cut down 1 tree, I'm left with 2 trees. So just like the same type of scenario, 3x's minus 1x gives me 2x's. So I have 2x is equal to negative 6. And then now I can go ahead and solve for x, and we know that we can do that by dividing by both sides. So I'm going to go ahead and divide 2 to both sides to get x by itself. 2 divided by 2 gives me 0. X is now by itself. And then negative 6 divided by 2 gives me 3. So far I have an x value, but I do need a y value. And this time we know that y is equal to 3x. So let's go ahead and write that out here because we're going to solve for that next. But we need a solution for y. We know that x is 3, so we can just go ahead and plug in 3 for x. So when we do that, we have y is equal to 3 times 3 because x was 3. And then 3 times 3 gives me 9. So we know that y is equal to 9. So my solution, because we have to put it in a point, is x is equal to 3, y is equal to 9. So my solution is 3, 9. And if you were to go ahead and plug these equations into Desmos, you would find the same answer. So you can use Desmos to go ahead and check your answer to make sure you get that solution. Because remember, in our last lesson, we used Desmos to cross both lines, figure out what that point was. And if that point matches this solution point, then you got it correct.